first, make sure that you start your assignment from here, not from Soundtrap itself. You want to start right here from Classroom. So what I want to do is go to View Assignment, and I'm going to click on this. Also remember that at the end, make sure you mark it as done, okay? So those are two things that need to be taken care of moving forward. So I'm going to start with my new assignment. So I'm going to just click here, and it's just going to open up pretty much an empty file, but this file is designated to be the assignment that we're going to be doing. So for this one, I'm going to start a little bit differently. Instead of starting with a piano, which is what we typically do, let's try a different sound. It's time to start branching out a bit. So we're going to do this, a synthesizer. And what I'm going to do is a great way to get a nice, interesting sound when you're building chords is to use what's called a pad. And pads are great for building chords or using for chords. So if you preview some of these, you'll hear that you can get some pretty interesting things going on. And you can always change it later if you don't like it. I think I'm going to do this one, Atlantic. I'm good with that. Okay, so I'll choose that for my pad, and that's what I'll be working with. So let's close this out. Now we want to start building. So I'm going to zoom in, and let's keep this. So here's a bar. Okay, great. Now remember, we want to start with a scale. So today I'm going to do my D scale. And so it's going to be D, up a whole step, E, up another whole step, F sharp right here. Here's F, F sharp. Okay, okay, then a half step, then a whole step, then another whole step, then another whole step, which goes from C, C sharp, and then D. So that's my scale. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way and use it for reference. So I'm just going to take this and kind of drag it over a bit. Okay, now I'm also going to increase up here so that I have 8 bars. And this assignment does not have to be longer than that. Okay. So I'm going to keep pushing this scale out of the way as I work. Okay, and now I want to start building my triads. Okay. In order to build them up, I need to keep using the notes of the scale. So my first one will be D. Remember, we do every other note. So let's get the pencil. Every other note starting on D, and then D, E. Skip a note. Remember, we skip to build our triads. So D, E, F sharp, D, F sharp. Remember, G flat and F sharp are the same thing. And then A. Okay, the second one will start on E. Okay, so it's going to be E, and then G, then B, Okay, so let's just listen so far. Okay, nice. Then the next one's going to be F sharp, F sharp, A, C, C sharp, okay. Then G, starting on G, and D, then A, C sharp, right? C sharp. And E. And then B, D, F sharp, and finally C sharp, E, and F sharp. Okay, let's listen. See if there's any bloopers in there. As we know, they can happen. Okay, that sounds good. And we might as well just finish it. Well, we don't need to. So we're just going to use this for reference. Okay, so now we already used our scale for reference, so we don't need that anymore. Let's remove that. Okay, going to get my arrow, select, and delete. Okay, so we want to create something with a harmonic rhythm of no more than 2 chords per bar. But in this particular example, I'm just going to make it simple and do 1 chord per bar, and that's totally fine. Okay, so I can pick from any of these chords that I want. So you can do this randomly, or maybe you have something that you want to start with. So for me, I'm going to start 1, 2, 3, 4 with this G chord. So what do? Just get these out of the way. And get these out of the way. There's my G. Keep that one there. Okay. And I'm going to lower this because it's just getting a little loud for me. So I want this to fill up this whole first bar. So I'm just going to drag this to the end. Okay? Okay, now I want to pick my next chord. So there's no right or wrong to this. I'm just picking stuff. And the way you do this is pick stuff. And if you don't like it, pick something else. So let's try this. Let me try this. And see if we like that. It's okay, but it's not what I was looking for. So I'm going to undo that. Instead, I'm going to maybe pick this one instead. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick another one. So I need to move this stuff out of the way. Just when you move it out of the way, make sure you don't accidentally transpose it. Let's see here. What should we do for this one? Let's go to, what's this, A. I like this one starting with the B. Okay. Need to move these guys out of the way. Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to do one more. And let's see, what's this? I'm going to do this A. Let's see what that sounds like. Not bad. Okay, so I've got my first 4 bars. Now I don't need these for reference anymore because I know what they are. If you want to write these down or something like that, what the notes are for each chord, write them as a stack. You can try to do that. But what I want to do is go work up here for a minute. And just like the repetition we use when we created melodies, it's also a great idea to repeat things with chords. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste. Now I want to make sure my playhead is locked in so the rhythm doesn't get off. and I'm going to paste this. So let's see how this works. Let's turn on our metronome, see if the click is working with our, everything should be landing exactly with the rhythm. Let's see. Okay, that's all fine. The only thing is the second time around, I'm going to vary it just a little bit. So I've got this is a B minor. Maybe I'll just take it down to something else like an E. And let's check the notes. Should be E, G, B. Okay. Just when you do this, make sure the notes stay in your original key, okay? Not bad. Okay, so this could be my entire chord progression. Okay, now the only thing that's wrong with this is, as we talked about, it's not a good idea to jump like we are. Okay, it's much better to keep it subtle. Okay, which means that we can take these notes, and if we have a G sharp or I mean a G flat or an F sharp up here, we can move it down. So let's make this smoother. So we've got this jump here. We don't like this, right? So let's take this D and move it down to this D, right? It's the same note. Remember, chords can be what's called inverted, meaning that the notes don't have to be in the order that they come in, okay? It's still the same chord, just inverted. It's already sounding better to me. Now this, here's the B. Let's move this down to the D, and let's move this down to the F sharp. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, and then let's keep this subtle. Maybe we'll keep that note on top and just move this. Okay, so you see how much smoother this is? Okay, that's what we're going for. I think I am going to move this down, okay? Okay, so because I did that, I'm going to recopy this and just fix that one chord. So copy, make sure this is locked in. Remember, keep your magnet on. Okay. And hold on, I didn't get the right copy here. Copy. Okay, and all I have to do is change this one chord. So this was D. So this is a B minor. Okay, I want it to be an E minor. Okay, so let's see what this sounds like. All right, now let's find a drum beat. You could have started with this, okay? I'm just gonna see what's in here. What's this sound like? When I'm going for the beats, I want to find these ones that say full. Okay, that means it has everything as opposed to just broken down ones. It's good. It's as good as anything. So we'll put that in, and it's already kind of loud. So let's pull that down a bit.